Welcome, and first off, congratulations. And I mean that sincerely because we have done a lot of vetting. We've gone through thousands of companies in each county. We're in 5 counties right now. So you could be from Broward, Palm Beach, Collier, Orange, or Dade. We're in all those counties right now. That's where we're launching, but we're only going to pick 2 companies in each industry. You've made it this far. You were invited by us, and in 30 minutes, you could lock in your spot. So stick around. You're going to love what we're going to talk about, I promise you. So my name is Todd Patton, and I founded One Home, and I saw this as an opportunity to fix a broken industry. And the industry is broken for a few reasons. The most important one is sites that are selling leads, selling multiple leads to multiple companies. It creates chaos. And that's what that's done to this industry. And it's lost trust with homeowners. We are fixing that. Now, we are not going to cast a wide net and compete with these companies because we're not an Angie. We don't want to be an Angie. We're not. That's not what we are. Ours is more of a concierge, private, think of private VIP, more luxury homes that we're targeting. I'm going to get all into this in a second. But again, I wanted to first congratulate you because it really was a lot of vetting that we did. So let's get right into this now. Please stop buying leads. You're not going to need to anymore. You're going to have enough business coming your way and referral business, trusted business. Look, I remember when I was a kid, when my parents needed an AC guy to come over or a flooring guy, whatever industry it was, the door was almost open and they could walk in. It's so different now. I want to put that back to the home service industry. And I like to tell people we're looking for good companies to be our 2 vendors that are run by great people. There's going to be mistakes. We're not saying that these companies are perfect. Nobody's perfect. Every company makes mistakes. But the kind of companies that we're putting on this app, the owners are going to take full responsibility. They're not going to be the cheapest. That's not what this is. If you want that, stick to Angie's or these other websites. That's not what we are. We're going to brand ourselves as a more luxury platform. And that's what really luxury homeowners want that. They want honest people that aren't going to rip them off. And that's what they're going to get with you guys. So the days of buying leads are over. And so I told you about the ugly truth. You know, these sites that are, and by the way, they're popping up every day. There's new companies that are selling leads. It's a disaster because if you're buying the leads, so are hundreds of other companies. And it just creates chaos. So those days are over. With One Home, you're going to get exclusive access to the homeowner. And I'm going to explain how we put you in the homeowner's house before they even need you. So homeowners are going to need, when they need you, they're going to hit a button and you're going to instantly get in touch with them. But the competition with, let me get 4 bids, let me do that, those days are gone when you're with this platform. It is invite only, and there's only 2 companies in each industry. So how we selected you, most of you are in BNI. When I first business I started, well, actually, I'm sorry, second company was patent marketing. We had over 70 clients, and our retention was over 7 years per client on SEO, organic SEO, which is unheard of. So we believe in BNI. That's how I built that company at patent marketing. As I got involved in BNI, I was the president of BNI in Miami. And look, people that join BNI care deeply about their business. And that's what I want in this app. I want people that really care. And NPI is another group that does that, and Chamber of Commerce. So that's what we looked at. We looked at those 3, and we found the top companies, and then we looked at connections we had, and we did a lot of research to find you guys. So that's how you were selected. Your reputation, your professionalism, you have a track record. So now what you want to know most about is how does this work? What do we do? So there's 3 ways that we put you in front of homeowners. Now, to say that you go on the One Home app, what does that really mean? That means nothing to you. I'm going to explain to you how we put you, once you're selected and once you're one of the 2, how we put our network of vendors in front of homeowners. So the first way is they can download it. That first one is more reactive, and I'll give you an example. We do some press. So we get, let's say we get an article in a local newspaper. there's going to be 100 downloads when that happens. It's reactive. It's not proactive. So they're reacting to that thing that they saw. So that's not really the model that we have, but that's going to happen regardless. So I wanted to mention it here. That's one. The last two are the exciting part because it's all proactive. So the first way, and it's in the middle here, that slide, is we've created the One Home Concierge gift box. I took the product, which is the app, and I turned it into a tangible product. All right, so now we're going to get into how we put you in front. This is what it's all about. I mean, how do you get in front? How do you get business from this now? So this slide's going to explain that. But before I do, let me tell you what we do for homeowners. So if you're a homeowner, and please, I want you to download this. On July 1st, we're having our launch, our relaunch, really. But all the stuff that I'm going over now, our new vendors are going to be loaded. Everything that we're doing now is going to be official, ready to go. So July 1st, we're launching. And it's a relaunch because we launched 6 months ago, and we have about, like I said, over 600 users right now. But let me tell you what it is. One Home is a tool for homeowners to manage their house and get control of their house. It's a free tool. There's no cost. So what are the benefits for that, for the homeowner? Number one, we have the vault. The vault is a place to store documents. So your warranties, your title policy, anything that you would think is important, receipts, your homeowner's insurance. You could save anything important goes in that vault. It's just, think of it as a Dropbox for your house. So it's called the One Home Vault. That's included with the app for the homeowner. Second thing is the maintenance notifications. This is really why I built the app. Is I saw companies like Carfax that have this history of your car. Meanwhile, it's your car. It's not nearly as much of an asset as your home. Anytime maintenance is due, so when your dryer vent's due in 16 months, you're going to get a notification. Hey, and you could turn those off. You could silent them. You could do everything. But at least you're going to know what should be done. Most people don't know. They forget how garbage disposal. I've lived here 6 years. I've never cleaned it out. Well, all this stuff is going to help not only the value of your house, but it's going to save you money from big repairs. So that's the maintenance notifications were a big reason. Again, all this is free and it's included in the app. And the third reason are the vendors that we vetted. So we've taken all that legwork out of it. We've put the two best companies in front of you. And all you have to do is hit a button and you're going to get two companies contacting you. And these two companies are, I like to say, good companies run by great people. So that's what the homeowners get. All right. Now let's get back to how we put you in these homes. So the first way is through app downloads. I'm not really too excited about that part because that's going to happen over time. It's a marathon. It's going to happen. We have 600, like I said. But it's more reactive. If we run an ad or if we get publicity in a newspaper, it spikes up. We might get 100 downloads in your area, and that's great and it's good. But it's reactive. The last two is what I'm really excited about. But by the way, anybody can download the app. It's free, so that'll happen over time, and that's one way. But these last two boxes here are what I'm most excited about. The middle one is, you'll see this gift. And I looked at it and said, wait, took a step back and said, who most gets value as a homeowner? What type of homeowner gets the most value out of having the One Home app? And it's people that are moving into the community. And we have record number, as you know, in South Florida, record number of people are moving into homes from up north. And they don't know who to call. They don't know what vendors to call. They don't know anything about that house. They don't know. They're lost. And we work directly with real estate companies and larger companies, luxury companies that have teams, and we sell them this gift, this closing gift. And in it, when you open it up, think of a Rolex box, is the One Home app loaded in an iPad. So the iPad's included in the gift. And just to give you guys an idea on price point, because you could also get these for your clients. But we private label these to whoever buys it, and they buy in bulk. They don't buy one or two. They would get 30, 40, 50, 100. And then their team, the agents, would order as they have closings, they have them delivered to the house. So you're getting in these homes. You're not, and by the way, a magazine, you goes in the garbage, you know. This is an iPad. And when they click on a service, you're there. You're one of two companies. So the first 6 months, studies show that there's more money invested in a house from a homeowner that just moved in than any time that they're in that house. So that's when they're calling the painter, the flooring company, the financial advisor if they need that. By the way, we have a section on that in the app. So it's a resource. This is a tool for homeowners. We're calling it the concierge, one home concierge gift. And realtors are loving this. So and the box on the far right there, you're going to see in-home service referrals. This is incredible because we're going to the home and we offer preventative maintenance. We identified 11 things that don't require a license. This is cleaning out the dryer vent. It's the garbage disposal. We might even do the gutters if they need. There's different things depending on what package. They could pick a concierge, where they have a direct contact to us when they need a service. They just call us, and then we get you guys. Or they could do a free version where they manage everything themselves, and they take the pictures and upload them. Or they have us come out, which is that last box there, and we have a service tech that we hired full time that comes to the house and shows up and does all the work. And there's 11 items, and they don't have to pick all of them. There's different packages, but we do it. But the beauty of what we do is we document it. These service techs wear meta glasses. They hit a button, record it, and it gets uploaded right to the app. So they have a history of everything that's being done to their house as far as maintenance goes. The beauty is with this is every time we do a service call, we install the app, and you're in the app if you're one of those two companies. So this is how we're proactively getting in homes. And if you could tell, I'm excited about this because it eliminates, again, them shopping around. It saves the homeowner a ton of time, but it brings real value to the homeowner. And at the same time, brings incredible value to you, the vendor, our partner. So let's get into the next part, which is what you get if you become a top two vendor. The first thing is everything I just went over. That's the foundation. You're going to get lead flow because you're on that app, and in July 1st, you're going to start getting into homes. And that's never happened before, where you get in a home and stay in it. Now, look, you could hire a magazine or flyer and company and you'll get in a house. It goes in the garbage. And by the way, it works. That stuff works because it's out of sight, out of mind. They start seeing it. They remember it. They keep remembering it. But when you're in front of them all the time in an iPad, it's called luxury, and you're going to be, top of mind for sure. Now, on the bottom part here of what you get, we have an AI system that we install, and we built this in this relaunch. This is a big part of the relaunch. Is I want the experience to be like Disney for the homeowner. When a homeowner orders a service, I want them to quickly get contacted by that business. I've seen this firsthand because I've called so many companies and talked to so many. I can't tell you how many voicemails I get, and that's frustrating for a homeowner. And they just go to the next. There's a statistic: 78% of homeowners hire the first person they talk to. 78. That's almost 8 out of 10 hire that first person. So we included, and I'm going to get into that in a second, an AI system in it. And by the way, it's included in your free one because you have a free option. I told you just like in the beginning, you have the option of getting on this app for free. And if you are one of the two that's and you're using the free version, it comes to us, the lead, and then we forward it to you. But I'll get into that in a second. All right, now let's get into the AI system that we built. And this is a big reason for the relaunch is we've spent a lot of time and resources on this part of it. So I'm going to show you what's happening inside almost every home service business right now. And I'm telling you because I've talked to so many of them. And there's a lot of them doing it great, and this doesn't apply to them. But the majority of them, man, I'm telling you, there's so much money on the table. A homeowner calls, nobody answers. A Google lead comes in, the response takes an hour, 2 hours. A customer says they'll call back, nobody follows up. It happens so much. How about an old customer that's due follow-up, another service? but they forget you even exist. They don't even remember they had it. That happens all the time. And these aren't small problems. These are revenue leaks that happen every day, every hour. And the crazy part, most companies, they think they need to spend more money on buying leads. They don't, I promise you. When in reality, all they need is a better system for handling the leads that they already have coming in and the customers that they've had over the past years. So we are closing the gap between the moment a homeowner reaches out and the moment a job gets booked. So here's what happens. The second a lead comes in, whether it's a missed call, a website form, Google lead, Facebook lead, anything, referral, our AI responds instantly, like right away. And not when somebody gets back in the office or voicemail or anything like that. It's instantly, because in this game, speed wins. And then the system continues to follow up automatically, sending text messages, reminders, conversations, review requests, appointment booking. We do all this. Now, look, there's nothing more powerful than a human interaction. Don't get me wrong. We're not trying to replace humans. We just want to make sure that we get the human in your office immediately in touch with that person fast, like instant. And we don't want to wait a second. Everything we do, everything I talked about, happens in the background while your team is focused on running jobs. And the goal's simple: more booked jobs, less wasted leads. You're capitalizing on everything. You won't miss anything. Also, more repeat business, more referrals, higher conversion rates. Now, depending on the package you choose, I mentioned there's a free version, which there is, but the automation gets a lot more powerful, and I'll get into that in a second. So the light package is perfect for owner-operators who need a simple AI safety net running 24/7. It's just the easy, quick, and by the way, it's going to help your business tremendously. Even the small package will help a ton. The starter adds faster response times, smarter follow-up, and revenue tracking so you can see exactly what's happening. And then the big dog, growth, is where your business starts operating like a machine. Under 60-second lead response, 7-touch follow-up campaigns, multi-service support, live revenue dashboards that you can access anywhere, anytime, priority support. This is the same type of automation large companies are using to dominate markets right now. But the difference is we built it specifically for home service businesses. Roofers, HVAC, electricians, plumbers, landscapers, pressure washers, you name it, it's for you. And the best part of this, we plug it directly into your business, not ours, yours. Now, if you do the free version, you're going to go through ours because we're the ones that get the leads. And so we don't plug it, if it's free, we don't plug it in yours. But for the paid ones, we plug it into your company, not us. So you have your existing phone number, your existing lead, everything's yours. No complicated software. The learning curve is simple. It's just faster response, better follow-up, and more jobs booked. The companies that win over the next few years are not going to be the ones that are spending big money on marketing and advertising. I promise you, those are going to be the ones that go out of business. The ones that win are going to be the companies that have the best systems. And that's exactly what we're helping you build right now with One Home. Now, I mentioned we started this 16 months ago. So we have success stories. Now, even though this AI is brand new, we're launching this in January, and this is really a game changer for your business and also One Home, because obviously we want, the homeowner's experience, but you don't have to take my word for it. Ask them, and I'll supply you with all the references you need. So how does it work now? What does it cost? You're probably wondering how does this work? So we are going to select 2 companies. That's it. There might be 4 companies in your industry because we narrowed it down to 5. Not all 5 are going to attend necessarily these onboarding. But if they did, there would be 5 max. That's the most companies in an industry that we put on this. but we're only going to narrow it down to 2. And all you have to do, it's simple. If you've made it to the end of this, which we're almost there, you watch the end of this, you're going to see the next steps. But all you do is complete the profile, and you choose your package that you want. It could be the free one. If it's a free one, you still go on the app. Like I said, it costs nothing. But you would pick your package, and then you set up your onboarding call. Not your onboarding, but your call to get launched. And we put you live. But and that depends, of course. If you sign up for the free one, we don't need a lot of information. If you sign up for the package where we install AI in your business, it's going to take us about 30 minutes, and we do it over the phone with you, but we need about 30 minutes to complete that. Because remember, we're building artificial intelligence to be a part of your company. So we want to have that personality of your company, and there's certain things that we got to know. And over time, it just improves, and that's the beauty with AI. But let's now show you the pricing. So these are the levels we have. So the free listing is nothing, and you could be a top 2 vendor on the free listing, and that's it. Now, the light, the starter, and the growth. So we have those 3 packages. We have, because there's a lot of work in the beginning, we have to create an account for you with a Go High Level. It's a sub account of ours, but it's your account. We have to create this account, and we have to create these workflows, and there's a lot of work. There's a lot of legwork in the beginning, but we don't charge anything up front to you. Almost every AI automation charges a lot of money to set this stuff up. This is just monthly, but we do require a 6-month minimum commitment, just because we got to get at least the money back on that side of it. You're not going to go anywhere. I mean, I'm confident no one's leaving, but at least to not lose money on this, because the amount of time we spent, we do require 6 months. After 6 months, it is a month-to-month agreement. But yeah, you could see the pricings and what we do. It's an incredible value, and I have not mentioned another thing that's huge that we've left out of this. It might have been on a slide earlier, but I own a marketing company, and I believe that the PR, third-party promotion, is key in this industry. People want to see that someone else is talking about it. So One Home is your PR company. We're going to be promoting our 2 vendors. And depending on what level you are, if you're on growth or starter, you're going to get a lot of press. You're going to get a lot of press releases. And we're actually doing chat GPT SEO. So we're doing chat SEO. So when somebody searches for, best roofer in Broward, you better believe A to Z is going to come up. They're one of our committed clients that have been with us from the beginning. And it's because of the type of stuff that we're going to be putting out there as it relates to articles, press releases, all these things. So that's included in everything. It's not another charge. It's not. I don't want to start a marketing agency. This is a system, and the AI, the SEO that I'm doing for chat, it's not your typical SEO with Google. I wouldn't do that now and spend $1 on that right now if I was you. But depending on the package that you have, depends on the amount of PR that we do for you. And that PR is really what SEO is today. So SEO is just a term, search engine optimization, but we're not focusing on Google with this. Our focus is purely on the LLMs. We want to focus on ChatGPT because people are searching on chat, and everything comes up now. If you go to Google and search, chat's going to give you a response. So we want to educate chat and let chat know that this is the best roofer, A to Z. This is the best flooring company. This is the best paint company. And we do that by putting a lot of articles and content out there. So we're very excited. If you can't tell, I'm excited about this. I'm glad that you've made it, whether it's the free version, you want to just kind of dip your toes in and see how it is, that's fine. I will say, though, if we do have 4 companies and somebody picks a paid one, regardless of what level, but if they pick a paid one, they're locked in for at least the 6 months. But when we do our kickoff call and we incorporate AI into your business, and we do whatever package you choose here, we give you the option to do a year, 2 years. You could lock in this price for 2 years. We're doing max 2 years, but I mean, people said that the people I've talked to, advisors, like, that's crazy, because if you lock it in for 2 years, your price isn't going up. You're stuck. You're locked in on that. And this, I'm telling you, is going to be the value and the best investment you made in your business. And if you're a small company, a pool guy that, does 300,000, 250,000 a year in revenue, do the light package. It's going to blow your business up. By the way, the referrals you're going to get, because part of our AI is staying in touch with your existing clients. You'll see, it's going to be a game changer for you. But anyway, thank you so much for taking the time to listen and hear me out. I'm excited about this. I've been in South Florida for almost 40 years, almost my life. I'm 51 right now, so I've spent most of my life down here. I've got a really good reputation, and that means a lot to me. I am going to make this happen, and I am so committed to this and making it a success that I'm selling my house. Actually, as we speak right now, we had a listing today, and I'm going all in on it. And I'm selling my house. My family's gonna downsize. I might be giving you too much information, but you know what? Oh well, it's the truth. I'm transparent. And we're gonna downsize. And you know what? Why? Because I'm taking this and I'm investing it in the business. I believe so much in this company, and I need to make sure, because the only way this works is if I have good vendors that I partner with. This is a partnership. So if you want to be part of this, please sign up and pick a package. I look forward to talking to you. I will be talking to you on the phone along with my assistant Joe, and we'll be talking more about the AI to anybody who does sign up. And again, we're only going to be in 5 counties this year, the rest of this year, and then next year we're going to go statewide, all of Florida, and it's going to be really exciting. So thank you so much for listening.